The 2027 Chevy Silverado has officially been exposed, and Road Revolt is breaking down everything truck fans, worksite warriors, and full-size pickup loyalists need to know in one deep, no-nonsense look at what could be one of the most important trucks of the decade. Because Chevrolet isn't just refreshing the Silverado for 2027, they're rethinking it from the ground up to answer growing pressure from Ford's F-Series, Ram's high-tech interiors, and the unstoppable rise of electric and hybrid pickups. And right away, the exposed details show a Silverado that looks tougher, smarter, and more refined, while still holding on to its blue-collar roots that made it a bestseller in the first place, with leaked images and insider reports, pointing to a more aggressive front fascia, featuring a wider grille, sharper LED lighting signatures, and a redesigned hood that adds both muscle and airflow efficiency, giving the 2027 Silverado a more planted and confident stance on the road, while improving aerodynamics for better fuel economy. Something Chevy buyers have been demanding for years, and around the sides the truck appears to adopt cleaner body lines with subtle sculpting that enhances strength without looking overstyled, while the rear end is rumored to feature redesigned taillights and a multifunction tailgate evolution that makes loading, unloading, and job site use even easier than before, which is crucial because Silverado buyers are some of the hardest working truck owners in America, using these vehicles not just for commuting but for hauling trailers, equipment, boats, and campers on a daily basis. And under the hood, the 2027 Silverado exposure is where things get really interesting, because Chevrolet is expected to expand its powertrain lineup with improved gas engines, more efficient diesels, and possibly a new hybrid system that bridges the gap between traditional combustion and full electric trucks like the Silverado EV, with insiders suggesting the familiar 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter V8s will return with updated tuning for better torque delivery and lower emissions, while the Duramax diesel could see efficiency gains that push real-world fuel economy numbers even higher, something fleet buyers and long-distance haulers will absolutely love. And speaking of fleets, sales projections for the 2027 Silverado are already making waves, with analysts predicting Chevy could move between 50,000 to 600,000 units globally in the first full year if pricing stays competitive and supply chains remain stable, which would firmly place it among the top-selling vehicles in the world. And pricing is another major talking point in this Silverado exposed discussion, because early estimates suggest the base work truck trim could start around $38,000 to $40,000, making it accessible for contractors and small businesses, while popular trims like LT and RST may land in the $45,000 to $55,000 range, depending on configuration, and at the high-end, luxury-focused, high country and off-road ready ZR2 trims could push past $70,000 when fully loaded, reflecting the reality that modern full-size trucks are now competing with luxury SUVs in terms of comfort and technology, and that technology is where the 2027 Silverado aims to silence critics, as exposed interior details suggest a massive leap forward with a redesigned dashboard, larger digital instrument cluster, and a central infotainment screen that could exceed 15 inches, running the latest version of GM's software with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, over-the-air updates, and enhanced Google integration, all wrapped in higher quality materials that finally put the Silverado on equal footing with rivals that have long been praised for interior refinement. And this is a big deal, because people comments online have consistently pointed out that while Silverado engines and reliability were strong, the interior often lagged behind. And Chevy appears to be listening closely to that feedback, adding better seat cushioning, improved sound insulation, more storage solutions, and smarter layout choices that make long drives and workdays more comfortable. And safety is another area where the exposed 2027 Silverado looks ready to step up. with standard driver assist features expected across most trims, including automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring with trailer coverage, and adaptive cruise control, while higher trims may offer hands-free or semi-autonomous driving tech on supported highways, a feature that could be a game-changer for owners who regularly tow heavy loads over long distances, reducing fatigue and improving overall safety. And when it comes to towing and payload, Chevy knows this is non-negotiable territory, with early numbers suggesting the 2027 Silverado could tow up to 14,000 pounds when properly equipped, keeping it right in the fight with Ford and Ram, while payload capacity could remain north of 2,200 pounds. Depending on configuration, which means whether you're hauling construction materials, ATVs, or a full trailer setup, the Silverado is still very much a workhorse at heart. And the off-road crowd hasn't been forgotten either, as rumors point to an upgraded ZR2 variant with improved suspension tuning, reinforced skid plates, and advanced terrain management, systems that make it even more capable, straight from the factory, reducing the need for aftermarket modifications. And the people comments pouring in across social media and truck forums reflect a mix of excitement and cautious optimism, with many longtime Silverado owners praising Chevy for keeping V8 options alive in an era where downsizing is common, while others are eager to see real-world fuel economy numbers and long-term reliability before fully buying into the hype. And some fans are particularly interested in how the 2027 Silverado will coexist with the Silverado EV, questioning whether Chevy can balance innovation with tradition without alienating its core audience. But if early exposure details are accurate, the strategy seems to be offering choice rather than forcing one direction, letting buyers decide what works best for their lifestyle, job, and budget. And from a market perspective, the 2027 Silverado arrives at a critical moment when truck buyers are more informed than ever, comparing specs, prices, and real owner feedback before making decisions. Which means Chevy has to deliver, not just flashy upgrades, but meaningful improvements that hold up over years of ownership. And if the exposed information holds true, the 2027 Silverado could be one of the most well-rounded pickups Chevy has ever built, blending power, technology, comfort, and capability in a package that appeals to both loyal fans and new buyers entering the truck market for the first time. And as Road Revolt sees it, this truck isn't just an update. It's a statement that Chevrolet is serious about staying competitive in a rapidly evolving segment. And whether you're a contractor looking for dependable performance, a family buyer wanting space and safety, or an enthusiast chasing V8 sound and strength, the 2027 Chevy Silverado exposed details suggest there's going to be a version built just for you. And as more official information drops, real pricing is confirmed, and actual sales numbers start rolling in. All eyes will be on whether Chevy can turn this hype into real-world success. But one thing is clear right now: the 2027 Silverado is shaping up to be one of the most talked-about trucks on the road. And Road Revolt will be watching every step of the way.